I remember the first night I moved into that apartment. It was unusually cheap, not just affordable, but suspiciously low for the area. I noticed it, of course. Anyone would. But I didn't question it. My budget was low, and when you're desperate for a place, you stop asking why something is cheap and start feeling lucky that it is. The landlord had said something before leaving. He told me that if I ever heard anything at night, I should ignore it. I assumed he was joking. Now I know he wasn't. The first night was completely normal. I unpacked my bags, arranged a few things, ordered food, and tried to settle in. It felt like any other new beginning. There was no fear, no discomfort, nothing unusual. Until 2:13 a.m., I woke up suddenly, not because of a sound, not because of a dream, but because of a feeling. It felt like someone was standing near my bed, not touching me, not moving, just standing there, watching. I opened my eyes slowly. The room was dark, but not completely. I could see the outline of the furniture, the door, the window. Everything looked exactly the same. And yet, something felt wrong. There was no one there. I convinced myself it was just my mind reacting to a new place, a different environment, a different kind of silence. That's what I told myself. And eventually, I went back to sleep. The next day felt normal, almost too normal. I even laughed about the previous night, convincing myself it had been nothing more than imagination. But the second night proved otherwise. At exactly 2:13 a.m., I woke up again. This time, it wasn't just a feeling. There was a sound. It was faint, almost like someone whispering from a distance. Not clear enough to understand words, but clear enough to know it wasn't silence. I stayed still, trying to listen carefully. The sound didn't stop. It didn't get louder either. It just stayed there. I checked the entire apartment. Everything was locked from the inside. There was no sign of anyone else. And yet, the feeling remained. On the third night, I decided to record it. I left my phone on voice recording before going to sleep. I didn't wake up that night. The next day, I stayed busy with work. I didn't think much about it. That night, I finally checked the recording. For the first few hours, there was only silence, just faint background noise. Nothing unusual. Then, at exactly 2:13 a.m., something appeared. A voice, clear and close, and definitely not mine. It said only one sentence. "I'm still here." I replayed it again and again, hoping it would sound different, hoping I had misunderstood it. But it was always the same. That's when I contacted the landlord. I told him everything. He didn't seem surprised. After a pause, he admitted something. The previous tenant had also lived alone. One day, the neighbors noticed something was wrong. There had been no movement, no noise, for days. When the door was finally opened, he was found inside. He had been dead for 3 days. That night, I didn't sleep. I kept the lights on. I had already decided to leave the apartment the next day. I lay on my bed. There was no sound, no whisper, no presence. For a moment, I thought it was over. Until 2:13 a.m., my phone vibrated. A notification appeared. A new recording had been saved. I hadn't recorded anything. My hands were shaking as I opened it. It was only a few seconds long. I pressed play. There was silence at first, and then a voice, my voice, saying, "You can't leave me here." I left the apartment the next day, without explaining anything, without looking back. But sometimes, at exactly 2:13 a.m., my phone still vibrates, and every time there is a new recording, and every time, the voice sounds a little less like me